Welcome back to Pure Mind Think. And today we're diving deep into something that's got the internet buzzing, the Bible open, and prophecy watchers on the edge of their seats. We're talking about a prophecy update, Damascus. Is the oldest city in the world about to face its final chapter? Could recent events in Syria be signaling the fulfillment of ancient predictions? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to see why Damascus isn't just a city, it's a prophetic time bomb. Hit that subscribe button, grab your coffee, and let's unpack this together.
Okay, let's set the stage. If you've been scrolling X lately, or honestly, anywhere online, you've probably seen people losing their minds over what's happening in Damascus, Syria. The Assad regime, which ruled for half a century, just got toppled by militias. Chaos is erupting, and suddenly everyone's pointing to their Bibles, saying, "This is it. Isaiah 17 is happening." But here's the thing. There's a lot of noise out there, and not all of it's accurate.
So today, we're cutting through the misinformation to give you the straight facts. And trust me, this story's wild enough without the hype. What's got everyone talking? Well, it's a prophecy from over 2,700 years ago that says Damascus, one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities on Earth, is going to be wiped out. Not just damaged, not just captured, a total ruinous heap. So is this really it? Let's dig in.
Before we get to the prophecy, let's talk about why Damascus matters. This isn't just some random dot on the map. Damascus is old, like older than your great-great-grandma's family tree times 1,000. We're talking 4,000 years of history. Abraham's servant Eliezer came from there, according to Genesis 14. It's been an oasis in the desert, a hot spot on the King's Highway trade route, and a prize for every empire that rolled through. Egyptians, Assyrians, Persians, Greeks, Romans, you name it, they've captured it.
But here's the kicker. Despite all those invasions, Damascus has never been completely destroyed. It's like the city that just won't quit. Today, it's the capital of Syria, home to 2.3 million people, Christians, Muslims, Druze, Kurds, and it's still a big deal in the Islamic world, considered the fourth holiest city by Sunni Muslims. But could that resilience be about to run out? That's where the prophecy comes in.
All right, let's get to the meat of this prophecy update. Damascus. Open your Bible or your Bible app to Isaiah 17, verse 1. Here's what it says. Behold, Damascus is taken away from being a city, and it shall be a ruinous heap. Boom. That's not subtle. The prophet Isaiah, writing around 2,700 years ago, doesn't just say Damascus will face a tough day. He says it's done, finished, reduced to rubble.
Now, Isaiah wasn't some random guy throwing out guesses. This dude predicted the Messiah's birth in Isaiah 7, his suffering in Isaiah 53, spot-on stuff that Christians believe came true with Jesus. So when he says Damascus is toast, people pay attention. The prophecy goes on in verses 2 and 3. The cities of Aroer are forsaken, they shall be for flocks. The fortress also shall cease from Ephraim, and the kingdom from Damascus. Translation? Not only does the city get wrecked, but its power collapses too.
Here's where it gets crazy. Isaiah 17, 12, 14 hints at how it happens. It talks about nations rushing in like mighty waters, trouble hitting at evening, and by morning, poof, it's gone. Some folks say this sounds like a sudden, massive strike, a weapon of mass destruction maybe. Not necessarily nuclear, but something big enough to level a city overnight. What do you think? Could that fit today's world? Drop your thoughts in the comments. But here's the million-dollar question. Has this already happened? Or are we watching it unfold right now? Let's break it down.
Now, Damascus has seen some rough days. It got hit hard in wars with Israel, like the Six-Day War in 67 and the Yom Kippur War in 73. Syria lost the Golan Heights, which Israel still controls. And lately? The Assad regime's collapse has thrown the whole country into chaos. Militias, Kurds in the north, Druze near Lebanon, even ex-Al-Qaeda groups are carving up the land. But here's the thing, the city itself? Still standing? Damaged? Sure. Livable? Barely. Studies from 2023 ranked it the least livable city out of 173 globally. But a ruinous heap? Not yet. See, some scholars argue this prophecy might have been fulfilled way back when Assyria conquered Damascus in 732 BC. But that doesn't match the total destruction Isaiah describes. Assyria took it over. They didn't flatten it. Others say it's a dual prophecy, partly fulfilled then, fully coming later. Me? I'm leaning toward not yet, because the scale of what Isaiah's talking about feels bigger than anything we've seen. What's your take? Past, present, or future? Let me know.
Okay, let's zoom out. This prophecy update. Damascus isn't just about one city. It's part of a massive prophetic puzzle. In the Bible, 3 game-changing events pop up over and over. First, the rise of Persia, modern-day Iran, leading a coalition to attack Israel. Check Ezekiel 38. That's a whole other video, so subscribe if you want that one. Second, the destruction of Damascus, which we're dissecting today. And third, a coalition of 10 kings from the old Roman Empire and Middle East, teaming up with, you guessed it, the Antichrist. Now, tie that to what's happening today. Iran's losing its grip. Hamas and Hezbollah are crumbling, and their militias are fading. The Middle East is a mess, and Syria's a power vacuum. Could this set the stage for something or someone bigger to step in? Isaiah 11 and 19 even hint at a future where Egypt, Assyria, and Israel become buddies after all this chaos. Imagine that. A Middle East road trip with no fighting. But first, we've got some serious turbulence ahead.
So, what's the deal with Syria in March 2025? Assad's out, militias are in, and no one knows who's calling the shots. The Kurds want their own chunk of land, the Druze are cozying up to Israel, and other groups, like the rebranded Al-Qaeda types, are jostling for power. It's a free-for-all. And the people? A lot of them, especially the under-30 crowd, are done with war. They're hungry for freedom, not more fighting. But here's where it gets prophetic. Iran's on the ropes, and that vacuum could pull in something wild. Isaiah 17 says nations will rage when Damascus falls. Think about who's mad right now. Turkey, Russia, the US, everyone's got a stake. And if this city goes down fast, like Isaiah suggests, the world's going to notice. Could this be the spark? I'm not saying it's tomorrow, but I'm not saying it's not either.
All right, let's bring this home. If this prophecy update, Damascus is on the horizon, what does it mean for you and me? First, it's a wake-up call. The Bible's not just a history book. It's a playbook, and it's batting 1,000 so far. Second, it's hope. Yeah, destruction sounds grim, but Isaiah and other prophets promise a turnaround. Peace in the Middle East, a highway connecting Egypt, Syria, and Israel. That's wild to think about. And third, it's a challenge. If this stuff's real, where was your focus? Are you ready for what's coming? I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to get you thinking. The world's shifting fast, and pure mind, think, is all about keeping our heads clear and our eyes open.
So there you have it, our prophecy update, Damascus. Is this the beginning of the end for the oldest city on earth? Are we watching Isaiah 17 unfold in real time? I want to hear from you. Drop a comment. Do you think this prophecy's still coming, or did it already happen? Smash that like button if you're as hooked on this as I am, and subscribe to Pure Mind Think. We're diving into more prophecy updates like this every week. Hit the bell so you don't miss a thing. Before I go, huge thanks to everyone who's been sharing these videos. You're why we keep going. Check out the description for some extra resources if you want to dig deeper. Until next time, keep your mind pure, your eyes open, and let's see where this wild world takes us. See you soon.